Oh, jeez Louise. I actually tested this before I started streaming, and I lost the angle somehow. That's probably fine. All right. So let me get chat up. Oh my gosh. Try to raise that a bit. Amanda's at her sign making class. This is just gonna bug me. Give me 1 second. Log into the computer and we'll get started. I can't see the chat, so I have to log in through here. Like I said, I tried to have everything set up. The problem is I had the perfect angle, and like I had to end the stream because I did not. It would not rotate afterwards. I hate this. I'm just gonna push this table this way. There, perfect. I mean, not quite perfect, but whatever. All right. Got that muted. Can see the chat. Sweet, let's go. So we were hoping to have Bowser's Castle done by now. Unfortunately, we had to go to a funeral, so this was honestly supposed to be an easy project. And it probably is. It's just life has been getting in the way. One of the other things is that you're going to the States. I've been having to go to the States to do a bunch of restocks, which is a nice problem to have, don't get me wrong, but it's gummed up the works. I just thought I'd do this stream just to update everyone how things are going. We will have. Why are these pens not working? We'll have our more regular long form video content soon. Oh yeah, I know. It's a trap. Amanda and I have been working together for years, and I don't have a problem working with her. I get myself more centered. I think what couples need to do is if you're going to work together, you need to stay in your lane. Like, figure out your jobs, stick to those. So, for example, she does the finance and the taxes. I do the salesmanship. Ordering used to be, when we ordered a product from Carrera, it used to be more of a team thing. It turned into me doing it. Once I had shown I was capable of doing it, I'm solely, I'll communicate with her if it's like a big purchase. If I have to order a case, I'll be like, yeah, let's order a case. Let's eat some ramen noodles and toaster strudels this month until we could sell enough to break even on the case, a case of cars. But for the most part, I'm in charge of the ordering. The only thing that she looks after me about is the advertising. I'm a little spicy sometimes. I think we all know that. She kind of has to censor me and be like, you're literally going to get me fired if you post that. So I can't get her fired. I guess that's my sole responsibility. The rest of the stuff she could take over, but getting her fired, that is solely on me. And I have done fairly poor at that. Her boss yells at me all the time. It's an awkward Christmas dinner. Thanks for the food, Amanda's company. I always appreciate it. Yeah, but no, I think it's a couple's test. Can you work together? I think if you can't work together, you're not. You need to like work on yourself as a couple. Honestly, like that just that just asks me questions like how much time are you spending together? You know. So we're going to take this paper if you're new, and we're going to tape it onto this slot car track for looks. Now it does make the slot car track more slippery. We have some painted paper, so this is pure red, but we have some that we painted. Oh, you know what? And it adds grip, but this is going to take away grip because it's not. This is not painted; it's just smooth. Okay. I make this out. I make these templates out of paper. It's like an episode of Art Attack. I don't know. You guys are probably too young to remember that. Too young, and the younger people are too. Sorry, you guys. A lot of people watching are too old, and anybody who would like skim this is probably too young. And not Canadian. I think Art Attack was Canadian. Did you guys have Art Attack where you were growing up? It was like a British guy. And he gave some cool tips, but I was a stupid kid, so I never did anything. You can ask me anything about slot car products, or whatever you want to do, whatever you want to ask. Amit is at a sign making class, which is the girliest thing I've ever heard of in my life. Oh my gosh. Thank you. What is wrong with these pens? This is what I get for getting these from the dollar store. I just thought I'd do a stream just to chill. I know Raul just got done his stream with Marty and Area 51. I'd like to thank those guys for buying from me. Oh yeah, too young. Good. Good. What did you watch? What art programming did you watch? So I can't check the chat as often as more professional streamers. Believe it or not, I can check chat pretty well when Amanda's here because there's two of us. She can read. No, I deal 143 as well. So Career Go. And we just got a bunch of Career Go stuff in. So I don't know if that's your scale, but we have a bunch of Career Go Formula Ones that look Montebuene. Hope what I said makes sense. Yeah, we got the one. I actually have 143 myself, but I already own 132 Formula One, so I'm not about to go buy the 143rd. I think if I was like moving into like a small home or something, I'd want to get 143rd. There we go. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. We are trying our best. I find what makes streams entertaining is more the chat than the streamer. So I appreciate you guys chatting in the chat. Like a lot of the think about it. How much clips are from streamers reacting to their chats or just a comment somebody made? Like it's pretty hard to constantly talk up here. You know what I mean? It's pretty hard to be quick-witted the whole time. Which is why it's nice to have a co-host. I see a bunch of other slot car YouTubers are banding together, and I do like doing that too. But it is nice from my point of view to have Amanda to bounce ideas off of like in real time, especially because Amanda and I, opposites attract for Amanda and I. I'm sure a lot of people have realized that. She helps calm me down, and I help her, loosen up. So it's mostly her yelling at me. Even after all these years, I can still shock her with some of the things I say and do. Yes, we love you. Thank you. Shift into high. I appreciate that. All right. I was going to ask you guys if there's any Slot Cars Curse releasing you're looking forward to, and then I remember the catalog's not officially out yet. So I'll say this, it's their some people are saying they're disappointed, but it's their 60th anniversary this year. So you never know. We leaked the 2023 stuff on the last stream, so there was that too. But they gave it to us, so I feel like even they weren't sure if we were supposed to say anything or not. But we're selling it. Okay, I'm almost done with these templates. I got one more to do. We have... So I think I have 2 or 3 more sections, and then we're done. We're done, like, the whole thing. I have to replace some other scenery. I don't think I do that on stream, because it's so fast. It's like we print it with a non-3D printer, like an old school printer, and just stick it on some cardboard and make a stand for it. I try not to be wasteful. I'm trying to optimize to use as much of this paper as I can. All right. Yes, thank you for complimenting us for our ideas. We have, okay, I'm so excited for some of our more new long form videos coming out. Like I have something creative after Bowser's Castle. I think not just the Slocker community, but the wider YouTube as a whole, I was really going to like. I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm not going to give any hints. It's a very unique idea. And it won't take too long either. We shot some of it. So yeah, actually, this was going to be done last week, but we had to go to a funeral, and it was like far away. So unfortunately, it got pushed back. Thank you for any people wishing Amanda condolences. So life's just been getting in the way of this. I finished my teaching course. I got 100%. On my final assignment, which was surprising to me. I was expecting like an 80 because I was like, oh man, I really half butted the one section. You're supposed to come out with your learning outcome before you write it. I guess I'm okay admitting this now. I like completely got overwhelmed and just kind of made up my learning outcome after I had written everything, and it wasn't proper. I don't even think it was proper, but technically, I was like, when I wrote it, I was like, technically, it's correct. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. Okay. I messed that up. There we go. Yeah, it was, how do I put this? He had dementia. So you kind of know, but when people have dementia, they're going to die sooner than, most of the time they'll die a little sooner than normal, right? Though it's usually, a lot of times dementia can be sudden. Your body just forgets how to live. So it was kind of expected. I know my head's partially cut off here, but I like this angle of the table as a whole. So I'm going to leave it at that. Oh my gosh, where's those scissors? Okay, I'll be back in 1 second. I have like a million pairs of scissors in this home, so it should be good. Now these kitchen shears aren't just good at cutting chicken. They're also good at, or cardboard boxes. I don't just open up cardboard boxes. These are also good at cutting paper too. I'm in Mesa, yes. Trying to start a group at our 55 and over community. Yeah, so HO, if you have I think HO is a good choice. I have this in another video, my older videos. HO is nothing to be ashamed of. Like I liked HO as long as you have a nice long. It doesn't have to be wide, but it should be long. The table should be long, because those things really need some long space to get going. The width isn't picky. That's a nice that's a pro of HO is they don't take much room and you can go super fast. I have some Mega G Pluses. I actually have one of the first generation of the AFX relaunch. So it came with the digital lap timer, which apparently the digital lap counter from AFX is like worth a lot of money. And look at me. Don't buy the AFX lap counter. It does not have sound. So it doesn't have sound, and the screen isn't backlit. So have fun trying to see when to go. I've seen, yeah. Are you talking about the AFX Viper? I've seen, I think I've seen a Viper company. I've seen AFX. Pretty much anything in that small scale is really done very well nowadays. Lots of detail. Yeah, you know, there's actually a racing video of me and Amanda racing the Speed Racer HO cars. And I managed to pick up an older AFX lap counter too at a thrift store. So it's really easy to get parts for that system. Yeah. Brian and his candy cane gate. I love that video. So for those of you who don't know, Candy Cane Gate was, if you want to get the Hot Wheels HO cars from Pro Tinker Toys, you have to get the whole case. So you have to get like, what is it, 4 or 5 of them? Which I don't think is a big deal. You should see what people are paying for the collector's editions that I had live streamed. I'm like, I have like one left of all the ones I showed on stream. I have one left right now. So, I mean, yeah, SCX Digital. So, which incarnation of SCX Digital do you like the best? Because to me, I thought the WASP was the best incarnation they had. But do you like the Advanced? Do you have the SCX, the new one, SCX Advanced? I'm curious as to what people think about that. Because to me, the WASP had the hand throttle, had your fuel lights and everything on top, so you could tune your car and check your fuel during the race by just looking at the controller, and it was wireless. I was like, that was the system I was originally going to get, and that's why I have a grudge against SCX, because I was like, geez, Louise, I almost bought this system, and they stopped supporting North America. And they don't even support North America now. Like, oh my gosh, guys, come on. Oh, the original, yeah. How's the lap timing for the original? Yeah, hopefully SCX comes back for you, and for everybody else in North America. I like the advanced that it could do 9 people as a commercial track. Like it's pretty appealing. So for those of you who don't know, the new SCX, like their gimmick, everybody's got a gimmick, but the SCX gimmick is they can do 9 people at once, which is nice. Now, for practical reasons, like for a regular person, that's probably excessive. I find the most I'll have at my commercial truck is 4 at a time. But I need you to understand, the more people you can get on at a time means you're never going to run out of, you're never going to lose out on a sale. Yeah, a lot of people are disappointed they left North America. I'm surprised they haven't come back yet. I'm just wondering what they're doing. Very shocking. Because I've actually found a lot of people who have SCX have been switching over to Carrera Digital. But I'm going to tell you, I'm a little surprised. Scalextric people are the ones who migrate more than SCX. So maybe what happened was SCX, a lot of people have already sold, and other people just bought, right? Like they bought, like people, there's a small group of people who probably collected used SCX stuff, and now they have this massive layout. Whereas Scalextric, it's slow. I'm finding people are slowly navigating to Carrera. Like, not slowly, but I mean, more often now. Yeah, I'm glad. Well, I'm assuming Scalextric is there because SCX and Scalextric are like the kind of very similar. I know the tracks are compatible. It depends on your country. In Canada, when I first started, oh, I thought my dog was down there. In Canada, when I first started, it was pretty even between Carrera and Scalextric, and I've been finding Carrera's. Actually, I shouldn't say I've been finding. I know there was a larger retail store here that had all 3 brands of SCX, Scalextric, and Carrera. They just carry Carrera now. It's not a contest. And by the way, I like Scalextric's releases this year. The new releases, Scalextric has really good cards out this year. Especially because they have Formula Ones, right? Like, you're gonna go with Carrera, or you're gonna go with Carrera Go, or you're gonna go with are you gonna go Carrera Go, Evolution, or Digital? Some people like to differentiate between 132 and 124 digital, but I don't. Not for Carrera. Chances are you're going to run the other scale at some point. Yeah, 124 digital. Thank you, man. That's my favorite too. Amanda's too. I remember hearing some complaints on one of my videos. I didn't describe what 124 feels like enough. 124, the appeal is it stays on the track more because it's heavier. So people think, oh, they go faster. They don't go faster, but they're heavier, so they'll stay on the track, which is just way better than them coming off as often. The con to that is obviously they're heavier, so you can break your guide flag. You can break your guide flag easier. You can break your brushes. It's not a big deal when you get used to it, but I wouldn't want to have my friends who've never raced slot cars immediately go on a digital 124. That's not what I would do. I would put them on. So I have one customer who bought Carrera Go, and I'm sure that's fine. I just did the 132nd. So they start on 132nd, and then they go to 124 afterwards. Yeah, this scenery stuff can take a long time. I'm out of school now, so I have a lot more time to work on this. I'm really focusing on the shorts, but I do have some really entertaining long form stuff coming too. Amanda kind of suggested I do this stream by myself tonight, and I was like, well, you know, I hope I don't get her fired from her job. Amanda never says anything to me about her job, though. She's in, like, law, so I don't hear a word. And I don't want to hear about it either. Because, you know, she probably kicks people out of their homes. I know she does. Can you imagine how awkward that would be if she, like, kicked out someone's cousin? Like, one of my cousins or something? I didn't know. Go to a family reunion and give us the stink eye the whole time. What did I do? Now, I don't want to get preachy about working with your wife, though, because a lot of people are older than me who are into this hobby. I was on YouTube watching this, like, 20-year-old girl rating who's going to, like, what celebrities are going to break up. This is probably because of Amanda's stupid YouTube. And I'm just like, you're 20 years old. You don't know anything. Of course, if you're 20 and smart, you definitely know a lot. Hi, Patriot Hobbies. Don't expect any explosions or anything fun, like super amazing this stream. Just doing some chill and craft. I do encourage talking in the chat. It seems to be like the YouTube streaming community has been really fleshing out. The Conquest is more about tuning. I think same with Area 51. Massimo's kind of been bouncing everywhere. MP Slotcar's kind of been bouncing everywhere. That Slotcar guy seems to have a couple projects going on. I'm not too sure what his permanent projects are, though. I thought he was going to be doing some co-hosting with some other slot with like track fans, but I haven't seen him stream since. I thought it was more of a permanent thing, but I haven't seen it. Yeah, hey Patriot, hey again. Give me 1 second. I want to try to let my dogs out. I don't like leaving them in a cage. Fight that. had to put them in the cage before the stream. The older one kept barking. He's diabetic and hungry and fat. All right. Well, I have no idea how many people are watching. I can see on the phone, I think it says, get out of the way from the camera, Harvey. Sorry, guys. Dog's trying to crawl underneath the stand for some reason. Trying to get attention. Yeah, I've really been liking... Now, I myself, like I said before, I don't plan on streaming. I'll do like streaming for like unboxings. I've been really enjoying the slot car streams people have been putting on. It's really been nice for social. Everybody getting to know each other. And if, like I said, I feel like people have been doing a great job differentiating each other. Maybe does Boone do streaming? Does anybody know if Boone does streaming? Like, does he live stream like me when he's working on his table? Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, Amanda's making signs, and not like slot car track scenery signs. She's literally making a sign. It's really just an excuse for her and her girlfriends to get drunk and probably bad. I don't think she badmouths me right now because I've been doing pretty good in sales lately, so I imagine that's been tickling her fancy. She's one of those women. All right. So after we're done this, we're going to start taping to the track. I tape because I don't want to permit it. I've seen Carrera use adhesive, like Carrera Official used adhesive on the track. And I was like, I think they covered the rails. I'm not sure. It was so close to being a good video. It was so close to being a good video. But they didn't. It was like a short they made, and they made like Mario Kart Rainbow Road, but they didn't loop it. Like it's such a shame. They probably would have done better if they had looped it. So what I mean by looped it is like it plays into itself over and over again. I find Skolectric is guilty of that too on the YouTube shorts. Like, trust me, shorts that loop do the best. There we go. I'm not seeing Boone since he was moving. Really? Really? Boone hasn't done any streaming since he moved? I thought that was a success. That was a successful YouTube channel. That's a shame. It's a shame to be missing out right now when there's so much socialization going on. Now, I mean, I am Canadian, so there's a chance that I start to get censored by my own government. And this isn't being political. They want to push Canadian content, so I'd have to sign up with the CRTC to be Canadian content, which would mean to have guidelines and have fees. I'm not sure how much the fees would be yearly. Probably something I'm not willing to pay. We'll see how that works out. America is very observant, where their media person was like, hey, this is going to push down American content to Canadians. And I'm like, yeah, that's the point. It's really just a tax. It's really just a new tax. Okay, so what I mean by loop is so picture them. So picture a car. Okay, I want you to picture a car going around here. 1 second. So just going around here. So I'm just gonna have to go from one end up here to the end off the screen. So it starts off screen here, ends off screen here. And what a YouTube short will do is it doesn't ever end. It just starts the video from the beginning. So a car, if you start it from off screen here and you ended it here, is just gonna appear to just keep going around in a circle for infinity. Like the video would never end. Now, what people make mistakes when they do the YouTube short format is they will do like sweeping shots. So instead of like just having the car by itself, they'll show like the scene. So they might go for like the side or something and like wave the camera and then show the car kind of going around and maybe ask a question at the end. But the problem with doing that is that the viewer will click off once you have that question. And like this, or the second they see the intro again, they would stop watching. So let me ask you, like, if you can't tell where the end of the video is, you're going to keep watching a little bit longer, right? And sometimes people will watch, like, so one of my videos that loop, people will watch it 2 times before they realize they've watched the same thing. And by doing that, YouTube will bump you up higher because they're saying, oh, people really like this video. So in a sense, it's kind of like cheating. But I'm a cheater and whatever gets results. Yeah, the YouTube short format, very nice format for slot cars because it keeps repeating, right? Because it keeps repeating. You don't have to focus in on any one part of your track. You could just show it for like 2 seconds, but if people watch it a second time, they'll watch it a second time because they can't rewind or fast forward in a short either. So if they miss like a sign or like a funny sign or a piece of scenery that looked cool, they have to watch it again to get to that specific part. And because slot cars are so fast, it just goes so beautifully. Like for long form content, it's kind of hard to make a slot car video last, 10 minutes. You have to show tons of parts of your track. Slot cars are a fast hobby. That's how I look at it. Slot cars are a fast hobby. So they need a fast video style format. YouTube shorts are like 30 seconds. A lot of my shorts are 10. Oh, good. We got a good like ratio. What kind of courses do you guys want to see, by the way? Are you into NASCAR? I can tell by my analytics you're not into fantasy, so. But the reason I do those fantasy ones is I'm trying to hit, and I do hit new audiences too. Gran Turismo did the best. That's like the golden goose. But my most viewed is snowboard kids, so go figure. Depending how this one does, I might go back to the well. I think this short might do well. I'm hoping next week's will do well. Next week's is like 90% done. And I probably said that about Bowser's Castle, but for this particular one, I mean it. Yeah, is that it? Okay, guys, we might be going on to the action part. Now, I tend to like a thicker tape. This dollar store tape doesn't work too well. Yeah, I like to change up my courses too. The flea market course, I keep simple and I change it up. I was going to go a little bit crazier on the next week. But, okay, give me 1 second. He knows it's time to eat. I'm going to put this little frog here. And he can co-host. Oh my gosh. And it's his eating time, but it's also his insulin time. Oh, I see somebody new in the chat. 1 second. I'll be back in a second. Sorry. All right. Let's see what this says. Oh, man, it's watching me. Uh-oh. I'm keeping the dog alive. Give me points for that. I'd say my behavior's probably been a 7 out of 10. I absolutely insulted you in your sign making class. Yeah, probably over half of them are drinking wine as we speak. Heavily. Hey, Lumina, if you had actually like kept your door shut, you'd probably be asleep by now. The dog did not go in. I guarantee the dog not go in. They were wanting for food. Okay, so I can close the door? Okay. What's the matter? Now she's mad at me. I called her bluff. She got so mad at me today, I turned the camera off when she's in the middle of a play. Yeah, I only tell good stories. She's going to watch this after, dude. Trust me, I'm busted. I'm going to get in trouble. Again. So that's there. Oh my gosh, that's there. I really hope I didn't make extra of one. That's there. I'd like to try to line this up as close as I can. I did not do such a good job there. That's better. This is fine. This is fine. You'd be surprised. My standards like to go down the longer a project is, and this project's been pretty long, so trust me, it's fine. Oh my gosh, yeah. Has SCX released their new models for this year? Like their new cars? I haven't seen anything. Okay. Thank you, man. The dogs are a good source of entertainment. See, I find it so hard. This is so hard. I don't know how you guys who are Slot Car live streamers and do it by yourself. I don't know how you do it. It's way nicer when I have Amanda here to just throw a pie at or something. You know what I mean? All right. Look how late this is. I also want to keep people should keep in mind that Amanda usually helps me with these things. So if I was working by myself trying to do this kind of series of a weekly or bi-weekly slot car track, like a new one with new scene and everything, it'd be quite a long time. So having somebody to help you with it is very beneficial. So I don't know what to tell you. See if you can get your wives involved, or what, your partner or whatever. Good couples activity. Lets you get to know each other. You won't be able to stay on your phone when you're doing this. You can't just hide on your phone. Which I guess takes you back to should you work with your wife. Okay, come on. We'll go on this side because I see pen marks. Gosh, come on. Close enough. Okay, one more to go on this side. So when these are all taped up, I have to click these. Like I have to still tape these up to where I attach them from. So like everything is pretty much taped together. So when I set up a course, it takes a long time. Anybody got any interesting slot car stories to tell? I saw a video of somebody doing like a 360. So they wiped out on a turn, did a 360, landed back in the slot. Apparently they've been trying to do that. Like they had purposely done it. They said it took forever, and I believe them because I've never seen that in my life. All right. These outside ones can sometimes give me some trouble. Okay. My templates aren't perfect, but like. Remember, these shots are on for a second. Like literally, these shots are on for a second or two. So I never stress about detail. If this was something for the business or something, I'd be doing a better job. I'm not going to stress myself over a 1 second thing. Hello, Fry TV Now. I appreciate all the watchers. Thank you for watching me. It's a pretty chill stream. Feel free to ask me any questions. I'm not going to ask for any specific support because we're going to get paid for shorts next month. Yay. So hopefully this one's a banger. Hopefully this one's done this week. Please. Please be done this week. I'll tell you what, I'm going to end the stream when I'm done this section here, though. So both of these, when this is done, I get to toss it in the track box. And I get to relax. This, I honestly thought when I started the stream, I was like, oh, I might be able to get all of them done tonight. No. Hey, get away from there, whatever you're doing. Yeah, the one dog's a Jack Russell, so he likes to get into trouble. But it's really my other terrier that gets the most problems. Even when they're exercised. If I take my eyes... See, Amanda's not here, so the dog's upset, so he's acting out. That's what's going on. Now, I will say I've been impressed with Carrera and their shipping this year. They've been doing a really good job getting products out to dealers. When COVID happened, it was a bit of a mess. As I'm sure you've heard from other sources. All right. That was a fun trip to the basement. Now, funny story. This is actually an older home, so there actually used to be a trap door on the floor underneath this table to get in the basement. Kind of I don't know how things worked in the old days. But that's funny. When I tore apart my driveway, it was layers of clay piping. Now I don't have clay pipe like the clay pipe wouldn't have been good anymore. So people are like, oh, you should have just left it alone. Like, no, it was not good anymore. It was covered in mud. It was stuffed with mud. And I put in brand new O-pipe and dimple mat. So I haven't had a leak since. All the new cars have gone up so much Sunday slot cars. They went up $10. And I agree with you. Okay, so I think the 124s went up $10 too, but they were 105 at one point, so they did. I agree with you. Keep an eye on for our sales, but everything went up. Really, what I would complain about is the sets. I think if you didn't buy a set, you had to pay a little bit more. Now, I still think the sets are priced reasonably. Now, the reason I say that is because I think people need to understand getting a decent RC car is probably the same price as a digital 132 set. The digital 132 set comes with everything for 2 racers. So, you know, and you get a 1-year warranty too, which is very generous. The cars themselves, though, yeah. I mean, once 124 start to hit that 130 threshold, I'll get a little nervous. 132 at 85. I don't, again, like when they start to hit like $100, I'll get a little nervous. Now, if the economy starts to bounce back and do better, no one's going to care. The collector's editions are actually pretty reasonably priced, though. I'll say that. So it was 130 for that BMW, which is sold out now. For the 124, I forget what it is, but it's like a. I haven't seen that I haven't seen the body in a long time, so it's a pretty unique car. And that it was, what was it, like 150, 160? Yeah, I know it's expensive for a slot car, but like in terms of pricing for the collector's editions, they only rose up a little bit. So it was a bit of a give and take. I really like the 124 collector's edition, and I would buy it for myself if I had the money, because it's a beautiful slot car. The Lolas, I like the Lola. I tried ordering another green Lola. Carrera didn't have any at the time. I'm not sure if it's out of print or not. Yeah. The other thing is, though, maybe the prices of cars have gone up, but the demand for the cars have also skyrocketed too. So when people are like, oh, I have to buy less slot cars, you're not really going to buy less slot cars, guys. Let's be honest. You are going to have to buy the slot car if you want the slot car, because so many slot cars went out of print after the first run. I'm thinking of the Proton competition. That one went out. Sold very quickly, like the chrome one. That was a beautiful car. The Formula Ones, when they went out of print, they also went quick. Well, Formula Ones, okay, so the Formula Ones tended to stick around a little bit longer than I would have liked. They were not unpopular. They were just a little below average. When they went out of print, they were gone. Yeah, I know, man. Amanda has to. Amanda's absolutely. Don't kid yourself. Would not be surprised if Amanda's been secretly listening this entire time with a little notepad, ready to scold me. Well, she's gonna watch this eventually. It doesn't even matter if she is or not. You're not getting more food. The stuff I put up with. So the tape, in terms of like, you can see here, I'm adding quite a bit of force. This tape holds up very well. Now, would I use this for a permanent solution? No, I'd obviously do an adhesive, but for this, it's fine. Just make sure to cover your rails and any electronic eyes. Now, I want to talk some more about slot cars here. Those DTMs, I'm not sure. People just seem to love the peeing and that green one. The DTM series of slot cars have gotten more popular as well. I think that's because of the word of mouth. I don't think DTM as a series has gotten more popular, like race-wise, for North Americans to watch. I just think that Carrera's DTMs have a good reputation. And they do. I mean, they're nice cars. They're faster than the Lambos. Oh, here we go. I am old school, so all my stuff is analog 124HO. I'll be 52 and 30 days. Just got back in the hobby about 2 years ago. I always recommend to people when they tell me they have a collection of slot cars just to go with Carrera Evolution. You don't want to waste your money. And you probably want to buy more vintage stuff if you see it, right? Like slot cars. Okay, so if you wanted to build like when I did my calculations were if you wanted to have 6 people, so it was 2 people, 4 and 6. So there's 3 different calculations I'd run for making a 2-lane digital versus however many lane analog. So if you wanted to run 4 people, I had priced out a 2-lane digital versus a 4-lane analog, and the digital one came out a little cheaper. But these calculations are based on the fact that most people are not buying a ton of slot cars. Like they might buy 1 or 2 after they get a set, and that would be it for them. If you were going to be collecting, yeah, analog is cheaper. However, like I said, most of the audience is not. And yes, Fry, that is very cool. Like I said, if I already had a collection of vintage cars, I would have went analog for sure. But all I had was AFXs, and I didn't realize at the time I'd only want to stick to 1 track. Oh, that went on nice. First try. I still got to trim a bit, like the weed whacker. My kids love the fact we're YouTubers. They're like, that's mommy, that's daddy. I'm like, yeah, honey. I do appreciate you guys watching. I know how your time is valuable, and I appreciate the support. Amanda appreciates the support. Thank you for continuing to watch. We will have some nice high quality content. So much fun. I'm trying to think of some other slot cars that were popular. The NASCARs are always popular, but I find Carrera has a healthy supply of those. Ken Miles getting reprinted was shocking. The 124 Ken Miles car. Very rare you'd see a car get reprinted at all. Even rare for it to be a 124. I feel like people were scalping Ken Miles, and Carrera put a... Yeah, if you were a scalper, you're crying. I'll tell you. I think, I do think you could still hold on to the Ken Miles cars you bought if you were scalping and be good in the future because, like I said, look at the Formula Ones. Amanda and I had actually made a video, a sequel video last week. We shot a sequel video to our vintage rant I had made that everybody seemed to love. And I checked the eBay prices, and vintage cars are going for about the price of a new slot car. Like I'd say a new slot car. So still not worth it for me to buy myself, but I do think they're more valuable than they were before. Which is it's a double-edged sword though, because vintage stuff being worth more means you're gonna have a harder time going to like a flea market or finding somebody's old collection and being able to get stuff cheap. That was kind of the appeal, right? Last section, boys. Ooh. I will give your channel a shout out the next time I post a slot car video. Thank you. I appreciate that. We've really been doing well business-wise. We want to thank everybody for their support and their shouting out. It helps a lot. It means a lot. Well, the dog really was going in her room. I thought she was lying. She told me that the dog went in her room and opened the door. I didn't believe her, but I see him there. Get away from the garbage! My life with the Jack Russell. There was a video. Anybody seen that video of like the life with a Mastiff and like the dog had gotten in the trash? I have over 17K subs that I'd love to get more eye on other channels. Well, thank you. Okay. I will check out your channel as well, but after the live stream. Oh yeah, so I told you I finished my my teaching program. I had to fill out a registrar form, just like a school form to say I'm graduating. But I don't have to go to the stupid graduation ceremony. They can just mail me the certificate. Oh, yeah, I was saying, so today was a bit of a mess. We had a bunch of orders to do this morning, which was good. That's a good thing. That's a good to have. But the problem I had was that the person in front of the line. So there's like 5 people there, and I already knew it was a bad sign because we're in the post office by my house, and the person is just arguing with the mail carrier, and this went on for a while. Like I forgot my phone in my van, and I'm like, Minnie, we gotta go to the van, dude, because like my van's gonna get broken into, and they're gonna steal my phone. So I went back, got it, and they're still arguing with the mail carrier when I got back. And I was not in front of the post office. I was like way down the road. So I don't know what was going on there, but it really gummed up the works. All right, 1 second, guys. Yet again. Shut up. I had planned on shooting a video of all this 132 stock I had. And what ended up happening is because of all the delays, there wasn't enough time. I'm like, I need a couple hours to get everything up because it is a mess down there. Like we've had so many orders and so much stock coming in. I'm like, even I don't know what box all these slot cars are in, right? And I really we need to get that reorganized. Amanda's really on my butt. She's like, we need to get the shelves I wanted. I agree with her, we need shelving, but it's quite an expensive endeavor to have a basement full of shelving. You know what I mean? Like that's not my priority. Amanda loves to just tinker, you know? You guys think I'm a tinkerer? No, Amanda loves to get into a bunch of new things. She wanted to get like merch making stuff, and I'm not saying it's a bad idea. It's just Amanda's all over the place. You guys have no idea. I mean, it's nice. It's a good thing. It's just gotta walk before you can run. Okay. She should make some signs. Make some signs to sell, Amanda. Perfect. So yeah, if you're gonna do this, if you're gonna make like scenery, a couple things. First off, you could use an X-Acto knife if you want to make it look nice, but understand that's gonna take a long time. All right. Both of these dogs are doing an excellent job of bugging me right now. All right, let's we got one more section to do and then we're done for the night. So let's finish this off strong. Right now there's one car that I really want from this year's releases. So if the new car's coming out, I think they did a good job with this one particular car. I can't really give my opinion on Carrera's releasing because I don't want to accidentally leak anything. Like Amanda's probably biting her nails right now as she watches this, telling me to shut up. So this is fun for me. I'm enjoying this in the future because I will be watching this with her. Gotta keep them guessing. That's how you keep a good marriage, right? I gotta say, I thought this tape was bad, but it's actually pretty strong. That was a rock on the table, so clearly these dogs have been walking on it. Now, I'm not sure about this one. Do I have to... Okay, I know this looked a little thin, but I'm going to try to... I want to take some of this out of the middle. Try to make it hug the rails a little bit more. That looks way better than what I was going to have before. That looks great. All right. So yeah, I do appreciate people are liking the crafting streams and everything, but this is not going to be a permanent thing. I have more free time now. And I just I don't find this quality to be that great. This content, I mean, it's okay to do once in a while. I might do this once in a while, but like I wouldn't want to have to watch this myself on multiple nights, so I'm not going to expect people to. And we're finishing this off. So if you've been watching this, you might as well help. You might as well stick around in case it explodes or anything. Maybe Amanda comes through the door drunk and starts yelling at me. You wouldn't want to miss that. Maybe one of the dogs becomes rabid and starts attacking my leg. Maybe the ceiling comes down. This is Canada. Oh man, look at that. See, look, this is the kind of action you guys are sticking around for. This corner here at the bottom didn't get taped down, so it's a little floppy. You got to fix that. We'll do a twofer. All right. So thank you everybody for joining. I'll show you the completed thing. I have 2 more to go. I might do another live stream with Amanda next time just to finish it off, but we'll see. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. I hope you enjoyed this riveting action. Oh, see, there was something that happened at the end.